Everybody, welcome to Australia taking on India in Australia's first game of the Asian Cup. How are we all doing? Utan Lee, 5-0 to the Socceroos. That's a big score. I'd be happy to see it. Josh, how are you, mate? Good to see a couple of yous already in the live stream. Good to see. How excited are we for this game? I'm pumped. I'm absolutely pumped. Yeah, been good, mate. Good. Watching Unite round. Obviously, Adelaide just beating Sydney FC in that game. What a dramatic ending of that. You almost thought Sydney might get something out of that game, but Adelaide hung on with those 3 first half goals and that Ibasuki hat trick. How good was that? But yeah, how is everyone enjoying Unite round so far? Just came from that bitterly disappointing victory game. Yeah, disappointing if you are a victory fan to blame it on Economides though. Yeah, okay, yeah. Look, Economides is no Fornaroli, that's for damn sure. Like to go through with someone that scored 13 goals in 10 games and to replace him with someone like Economides that hasn't scored in over a year, there's going to be a big difference. But yeah, if you're a victory fan, you're going to be walking away with that very disappointed, holding onto the lead for majority of the match, and that Jing Reese equaliser right at the end. Yeah, must be disappointing for a victory fan. Check out the Aussie lineup, should we? Mitch Duke starts up top, as you'd expect. Craig Goodwin, Connor Metcalf, Martin Boyle, Keanu Bacchus, Jackson Irvine, Aziz Beige, Sutar, Rolls, Jones with his first competitive start for the Socceroos, and Matt Ryan makes his return in goals. I know we had injuries, it's not the same, but don't put him as a striker. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I'd much rather see someone like Economides in the wing in their most, would you say, most natural position instead of playing him as a makeshift striker. I'd rather, yeah, as you said, I'd rather put I'd like to see your thoughts on this, Joshy. Even maybe a Machach playing like a false 9. I think that would work even better. Because Economies looked good in the first half. Like, he looked better than he has, but yeah, that second half wasn't very impressive from him, and it wasn't overly impressive from Victory in general, to be honest. Let me just check on this fan. This light's killing me. In for a big game with this one. As I said before, first game for the Socceroos in the Asian Cup. Maybe looking to change and get the heroics of that 2015, Asian Cup, sorry. Maybe try and win the whole thing again. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, that could work. Play Velupe. Yeah, Velupe through the middle looks like it'd probably work a bit better as well. I would like to see maybe a Volupale Arzani and I can't think so. Can't think at the moment. Was Economies part of that Asian Cup squad? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Joshy with this one. I don't think he was a part of that 2015 winning squad. Let me just look it up real quick for you. Socceroos. Where are we? No economies in that one. That squad was stacked. Let me see if I can get this up for you. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Matt Ryan, Ivan Franjic, Jason Davidson, Tim Cahill, Mark Milligan, Sporanovic, Lecky, Hurd, Urich, Cruz, Orr, Langerak, Bates, Troisi, Jednak, Burns, Mackay, Galekovic, Tonus, Sainsbury, Longo, Wilkinson, and Mark Bresciano. Wow, wasn't that a squad? What have we got from there? Matt Ryan and Matt Lecky's injured at the moment, so he's obviously not a part of it, and so it's just Beige and Ryan that's a part of that squad that won us the 2015 Asian Cup. 2019, we can have a look at that as well. We can definitely have a look at that. I have muted myself. I don't know how that happened. Sorry about that. Bresciano was absolutely maybe my favorite ever Socceroo. I don't know why. Something about him just lit me up with happiness every time I saw Bresciano play for the Socceroos. We have three good Cams in Mashach, Brimmer, and Adams. All play centerforwards. Yeah, dude, I really rate Eli Adams. He's very direct towards goals, and I think with Fornaroli out, I think that's something that Victory could very well utilise. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that mute, but hey, there we are. All right, the teams are in the tunnels for me. Matt Ryan's got his Batman mask on, actually coming back from that fractured cheekbone that he sustained with AZ Alkmaar, his club side. But I'm excited for this one. This is the Indian side as well, if anyone wanted to, if anyone knew any of these players. Can't say I'm overly familiar with the Indian squad at the moment. I know a couple of them play for Moangbug. I think that's how you pronounce it, the side that the Cum Dog plays for now. Adam says, I really, really like Eli Adams. Also, first stream in the new setup. What do you think of the background? I picked up a couple of those sticky things from Bunnings, and I picked up a big dowel, and I was like, oh, you know what? I could hang some jerseys on there. Yeah, like you said, Joshy, you just have to look at the team lineup here. They've got one in the starting lineup that's a Sing, and then they've got 4 on the bench. So very, very common name for the Indian side. Teams lining up to sing the national anthem. Is there any surprises with the Australian squad for you guys? Is there anyone that you think missed out on the squad, or maybe you were surprised that started or was put on the bench? Because I was half expecting Gauchi or Boss to start this game, just because Matt Ryan's still coming back from his cheekbone. I thought they might want to give him maybe a game rest, but they've picked him, and Beige has come in. Yeah, well, I've got my squad off FOTMob, so it might not be 100% correct, but it looks like India's playing a 4-2-3-1 like the Socceroos do. I feel like we got to have some good chats. You hate East Sydney. I hate East Sydney. I didn't hear of Jones until this election. Yeah, neither have I. If I posted my reaction, like my live reaction to the Socceroos squad being announced, and m- my first thing was, who is Gethin Jones? Like, I'd never heard of him before. Um, Obviously, by the sounds of it, he's very Welsh, basically fully Welsh. Born in Perth, though, so you know, another experienced right back option for the Socceroos, and that's probably one area that we're kind of lacking in at the moment. Actually, is Lewis Miller in this? I don't remember seeing anything about Lewis Miller in this. Which, if that's the case, I'd be very disappointed in that. I'm using 10 play just because I half trust that to stay up a bit longer than Paramount, if I'm going to be completely honest. If I'm going to be completely transparent, I'm using 10 play because there could be a, like, you never know with Paramount. Bench. No, I don't see any Miller on the bench, which is surprising. I'm using Para because I'm paying for it for no reason. I watch majority of my A-League games through Paramount Plus, but and when 10 plays available or 10 bold, I tend to go towards that. Paramount have a slight delay. There you go. Maybe I've picked the right one with going with 10 play with this one. So, have any of you gone to Unite Round or are going to Unite Round? And if you have, how has been the vibe down there? Because I'm very jealous of not going at the moment. It looks like a ton of fun. And there's been some cracking games. Been some absolutely cracking games. Obviously, that 3-3 draw to kick us off the round, and that 4-3 win by Adelaide just then. Cracking games. In Melbourne, going to Australian Open tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Go watch a bit of the tennis. Josh, how are we, mate? Obviously, Josh is one of the co-hosts on my podcast, Learning A-Leagues. If you haven't listened to it, maybe give it a listen. It's a bit of a laugh between me, Josh, and Lockie, the three hosts, as you'd say, of the podcast. Anyone in particular you're going to watch at the Australian Open tomorrow, Joshy? I always find these watch-alongs, like, I'm still getting used to not listening to the game with audio. I'm so not used to it yet. Yes, absolutely. Let's go the Aussies. Hoping for a very positive start to this tournament. Here we go, just about to kick off. There we go. We are underway. We are underway for Australia in this Asian Cup. And against an Indian side who I believe is 110th, if I am correct, in the world. So they should, if in rankings wise, there should be no problem for Australia. But, you know, we never like to make it easy for ourselves at these tournaments. gonna snack around and watch some hopefully good tennis. Yes, hopefully there is some good tennis for you. I have just realized there is a little that has annoyed me, but that's all right now. That's all right. Actually, one thing I haven't shown many people yet is this little Australia shirt here. My prized possession. It's got a signature on the back of it. That is, I think, the only... No, it's not. That Wanderers hat right there is also signed. So I've got 2 signed things. Foul given away by Keanu Bacchus in the middle of midfield. And India have an early free kick. Might be a bit of a frantic start to this game by the looks of it. Obviously, a lot of these players have played at the A-League at some point in time, which is really good to see because, you know, and obviously we've got Fornaroli, we've got Bajic, we've got Gauchi, we've got Lawrence Thomas, who are currently playing in the A-League. So, it's good to see that there's still an option for A-League players to get into a Socceroos squad. I've got a signed victory hat. Who's it signed by, Joshy? I was actually I was sent a photo from one of the people I met during the Women's World Cup of them getting a photo with Keely Adamson after the Western United MacArthur game yesterday, and I was very jealous. Very, very jealous. You asking me, Josh? So my Wanderers hat is signed by Romeo Castellan, and the Australia jersey is signed by Frank Farina. I think it's my brother's. It looks like the team signed it. Wait, if you can find that year, it could be I'd imagine if it's far back, it might have Archie Thompson in it, and wouldn't that be a signature to have? Australia with the possession at the moment. Gethin Jones playing that right back role that, as I said earlier, we don't have a whole lot of depth with. Here's Martin Boyle. Played over from a switch ball, but it's been played out of bounds by India for a throw-in. Desperately want a photo with Jamie Young. Wouldn't that be a photo? Jamie Young had been a top keeper in the league for years, obviously, and yeah, he's been really good this season. I think he's been really good this season. Keanu Bacchus has won himself in Australia a free kick on halfway. Graham Arnold, I think he's now one of the higher successful coaches in Australian history at the moment. I want to say that. I mean, he's probably given us our best result at a World Cup, losing in the round of 16 to eventual champions, which both times we've made it into the round of 16 at a World Cup, we've lost to the champions, so it's a bit unfortunate. Plays for CFG. I've got a couple of targets. If I go anywhere near the Melburnians. Got a couple of targets. Oh, Lord. Australia with possession at the moment. I think it's going to be a very dominating possession game. In this one, it looks like India are pretty much playing a 5-back as well. So he's Beige from long range, wide of the target, and it's a goal kick for India. Yeah, it looks like India's just going to sit back and absorb as much of the Australian attack as they can. especially whilst the game is still at 0-0. Definitely playing with that 5 back that Tarn said it didn't look like, but yeah, it's definitely a 5 back. Well, in defense anyway. It could be a 4 back in possession, but in defense it's a 5 back. India's goal kick has gone out of bounds, and Australia get that ball right back straight away. Evening Aussie, how are we this evening? Hope you're enjoying your night round, and now the Asian Cup, now that it's rolled around. Kai Rolls starting centre back over Cam Burgess, which is a bit surprising because I thought Sutar and Burgess were a pretty good partnership in the last probably 12 months, and I'm surprised that Graham Arnold's gone with Kai Rolls instead of Cam Burgess. One back high up the ground here by Australia. Here's Beige. Can we get something from here? Goodwin. Ball in. It's cleared by India. They've got a lot of men in the box to clear that ball. Ashmad, how are we? Hope you are enjoying your evening and the game. It's a bit of a hot day up here in Brisbane today. Rained at the start of the day and then absolutely scorching for the rest of the day, unfortunately. Good day. How about you? Your night round seems to be going well. I'm enjoying watching it. Yes, I am well. Thank you for asking. But yeah, your night round looks to be going fairly well. Obviously, we'd probably be expecting higher number crowds, but look for a first time event, and it's something that the APL left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth after the grand final decision, so it's going to take time for it to maybe build up. But it looks promising, looks exciting. Kind of regretting not going. It looks like a bunch of fun at the moment. And obviously now you got Unite round this weekend, and you've also got Australia's first game in the Asian Cup. So how good's that? What a weekend of football! I don't know why, but this water's going down way too well at the moment. Abdu coming in with the Go Asia. I agree. Go Asia. Goal kick to India here after the ball was played in behind it. Martin Boyle with a hint of a penalty shout, but nothing given by the referee. Australia's pressing up really high on India when they have the ball, and India's just turning it straight back over to the Socceroos, which is, as an Aussie, great to see, isn't it? Great to see us with the ball. But here comes India. They're really going after Gethin Jones, the right-hand side. In the boxy for India. Can they do anything here? Kai Rolls, well defended and cleared. Mitch Duke wins the header, but it's going straight to India. But Mitch Duke's won it back here. That's why he's in the team. He's a workhorse. He is a workhorse. He's just got that. He's won the header, and he's got back onto it, and won a foul for the Socceroos. And could be a goal scoring opportunity with our height, especially with someone like Harry Suter. Live watch along's going to be in Sydney too. Yeah, it's always going to be a bit of. It's always going to be a bit of delay, unfortunately. So, if you're ahead and you see the goal go in before us, try not to spoil it for anyone in the chat who may not be watching and maybe just watching the watch along. Here's Goodwin. Ball in. Ooh. Powerful header by Mitch Duke, but it goes high, wide, and not at all handsome. Are you a Western Sydney fan? Says Albert. I am a Western Sydney fan. I've got, where is it? I've got the hat there, got the flag over there, and then I have a shirt and scarf there. I've got my Australia jerseys there, my first ever jersey, my Matildas jersey from the Women's World Cup, which I have numbered. I have Alana Kennedy's number on it. My first ever Western Sydney shirt, and then my 2 Manchester United shirts. You're going to spoil it for me, but my internet is too fragile to switch. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. We've all been there with internet. You don't want to do too much because it might break down. India's showing a lot more than a lot of people would have expected in this game so far. We're 12 minutes in, and look, in India, they have had some positive signs. They've had a couple of attacks, probably more clear-cut chances than Australia so far. Mitchell Duke pressing the goalkeeper again. India are able to work their way out of that one, though. Obviously, if you are new around here, maybe consider subscribing, liking the stream. That's all I can ask. Maybe share it with a couple of friends. If you're enjoying it, just like the stream. Maybe subscribe. We've hit our goal of 100 subscribers by the end of January. Not very far in. We've already done that, so very, very appreciative for that. Here's Keanu Backers with the ball in. Good one. It's beaten to it by the Indian defender. Throwing for Australia. Maybe this could be their winter sports with the cricket. Possibly. Oh, chance for Martin Boyle there. Bit of a diving header, but collected easily by the Indian goalkeeper. Yes, I do have 100 subscribers, which I think I said halfway through December last year. Wanted to reach 100 by the end of January, so we did that pretty quickly, and yeah, really appreciate everyone who has supported me so far. I think I've only been doing this maybe 5 months. This is my only second watch along, so yeah, just want to help push Australian football that little bit more. That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do here. Australia with the throw-in, starting to put a bit of pressure on Indians' backline at the moment. Just working possession, trying to find that opening, but India are basically defending with a 5-4-1. They're sitting back very deep at the moment. Sitting back very deep, and there goes a cross in, and nothing is able to get on the end of it, and it is an Indian goal kick. Few Australians in the crowd over in Qatar, which is good to see. Good to see some Australians getting over to watch the Asian Cup. Arnie is not happy. I think we're going to see a lot of Arnie not happy in this game, Tarn. I think Arnie's going to get frustrated. The Australian players might get frustrated as well, but here comes India coming down that left-hand side, which they're attacking Gethin Jones a lot in this game. Got a bit of possession here. Trying to find an opening, and they're holding on to possession here, India. Yeah, definitely in attack they're playing with a 4-back, but in defence they're definitely playing with that 5-back. India down the right. Can they create something? Cross in. Ooh. Sutar didn't get his head on it, and there was a half chance there for India. And unfortunately, he's hit it wide. Just saw Matty Ryan's got the hat and mask combo going. He's really trying to cover up here. Yeah, Arnie's not going to be very happy most of this game, I don't think. Craig Goodwin commits a foul on the Indian defender, and they have a goal kick deep in their half. Goodwin or Brandon Barello? I have to go Goodwin. For me, Goodwin is maybe possibly even one of Australia's best ever players. But look, Brandon Barello's definitely unfortunate to miss out on this squad. I think without that injury, he would be in the squad. Maybe even starting ahead of Martin Boyle, if I was to say. Love the combo. I'm not sure what you're on about here, Josh. What combo am I? What combo have I done? Bacchus has won the ball high up. India have cleared it for a corner, but they're not happy about it because Mitch Duke was in an offside position, but didn't look like he was going to get involved regardless. It's a throw-in for Australia. No, it is a corner for Australia. Set piece situation. Maybe we can make something happen here. Matt Ryan combo, yeah. Matt Ryan combo is next level. Imagine if Muscat becomes the next Socceroos coach. Here we go. There's a very real possibility if Kevin Muscat could become a Socceroos coach. Here's Craig Goodwin. Doesn't beat the first man, unfortunately. India have a chance to break here, but they have failed to get them. I think that's maybe Martin Boyle who stepped in front of the Indian attacker and won a free kick for Australia. It is all women's refs, which is good to see. Good to see that they like women's refs are getting trained at a good enough level to handle these major tournaments. Which I'm a big fan of, all for it. Obviously, an A-League ref, Alarisa Fagani, ref the opening match last night between Qatar and Lebanon. That game ending 3-0 to Qatar. Starting off the Asian Cup very strongly, the host nation. Obviously, this is Qatar 2023 being played in 2024 because unfortunately China were unable to host it during the winter break for us Australians due to a outbreak in China. So Qatar, it was like, we've just hosted the World Cup. We've got the facilities. We'll host the Asian Cup. What do you think about refereeing as a career? I'm all for it. I've been a referee myself in my junior days. It's very stressful. Not one for me, but look, for a career, could be very well. You get to travel, you get to see different places you might not see without being a referee, and if you get to a high enough level, look, you get to see the world, which is, look, who doesn't want to do that? Albert's background is Iranian. Well, there you go. So you supporting Iran in this Asian Cup, Albert? Or are you supporting Australia? Let me know. India's goalkeeper's made a mistake here. Good one. Here's Metcalf. Straight at the goalkeeper who's able to get back in the goals. Here's Martin Boyle. Cross. Oh, just behind Irvine. Big chance there for the Socceroos. That's a big chance. Indian goalkeeper had made a mistake. Just weren't able to capitalise on it. Here's Goodwin. Can he put in a ball? Here's Bacchus. Bacchus with the shot. And it is high wide. And not at all handsome. Yeah, Indian goalkeeper tried to clear it. Mitch Street put him under pressure. It's gone straight to Goodwin, who really could have taken a shot. And Metcalf took the shot eventually, and it was straight at the goalkeeper, unfortunately. Big chance for Australia. Martin Boyle knows it. Everyone knows it. That should be a goal there for Australia. They should be 1-0 up. Yeah. My thoughts exactly. I'm not 100% sure why Craig Goodwin didn't take that shot. But, look, at the end of the day, I'm not a professional footballer. I'm not going to comment on it. I probably would have taken the shot and kicked it out for a throw-in, knowing my luck and knowing my skill. India with possession here, playing around the back. And Australia, as we've come to know, defending in that 4-4-2 with Connor Metcalf, it looks like pressing up front with Mitch Duke. I'm surprised Matt Ryan's got the hat on, because looks like the shadow's going the other way and not towards the goal, so you do as you please when you're Matt Ryan, Australian icon and captain of the team. Here's Goodwin, plays it back to Bayage, back to Goodwin, to Bacchus. Got a chance to switch here. Here's Martin Boyle, Connor Metcalf, and he has played it out for a goal kick. Bit of a wasted opportunity there from the Socceroos. 23 minutes in. Australia's playing well, but India, as we all suspected, defending very deep in their half when Australia has the ball. But they've had their chances going forward, which is a positive sign if you're an Indian fan. Like, they've had very good opportunities so far. It looks like there's a few of them in the crowd as well, which is good to see. The stadium looks fairly full. It's not Qatar World Cup full, but it's pretty full considering you're not going to get many Australian fans going all the way to Qatar. That's a very long journey. And look, India's a bit closer. There's probably a few more Indian fans in the crowd, but I'd imagine it'd be a fairly neutral crowd. People just want to watch football. But I don't have audio on, so I couldn't tell you. Kai Rolls in possession for Australia. Plays it over to Harry Suter, to Gethin Jones, and back to Kai Rolls. So Gethin Jones playing for Bolton in League One over in England, who are having a fairly decent season this season, I believe. Pretty sure they're sitting in the playoffs. Cassini Yengi's Portsmouth are sitting second, as far as I was last aware, but maybe those two might have a bit of banter on the field when they play each other now. Now that Gethin Jones is a Socceroo. Socceroos claiming for a free kick against India there, but not getting anything. But India have cleared the ball straight back to Australia. They're going to try and build up and get another opportunity at goal. Corner for Australia. Jackson Irvine's played a ball over the top, and India's almost cleared it into their goals. Fornaroli was playing a different story. Hey, Fornaroli is on fire at the moment. If he gets a chance, I reckon he takes it. Fornaroli to score in this game, I reckon, is very possible. Alright, let's see what Craig Goodwin can deliver here for the Socceroos. Maybe he can find the big target of Harry Suter. Maybe Jackson Irvine, who's been on good form for his side, St. Pauli. In the Bundesliga too, who is also a teammate of Connor Metcalf's. Once again, Craig Goodwin's corner doesn't beat the first man, but goes out for another corner off the captain, Shetry. Maybe a better ball by Craig Goodwin. Looks like he's gone for a lot of power on these corners. See if he can try to float one towards Harry Suter. Here we go. It's almost gone all the way in. It's hit the roof of the net. Craig Goodwin's corners aren't really what we used to see in an Australian shirt at the moment. Graham Arnold is not a happy man at the moment. I think that is for sure. Who is winning the Asian Cup? Ooh, if I was to put my guess out there, I'd probably go for Qatar's a pretty good shout. They're reigning champions and they're at home, so it is a big possibility for them to go back to back. But I like Japan or Saudi Arabia if I was to pick a team. Throw in for Australia. Do you think Jones is going to start a fight today? I do not believe Jones will start a fight today. I believe Jones will be subbed off at some point today for Thomas Dang. That's about the only prediction I can give on Gethin Jones, I reckon. India won the ball back here, dispossessing Martin Boyle. There was a little chance of a break there, but there still is. But Kai Rolls-Royce is at the back to clear up for the Socceroos. "30 minutes in, we pretty much got about 15 minutes left of this half because I don't imagine there's going to be much stoppage time at the moment, the way this is going. Gethin Jones is tucking in a fair bit when Australia are in possession, so in possession we're basically playing with two centre-backs because Beige is pushing up really high and three CDMs. Here's Jackson Irvine finding Connor Metcalf. Martin Boyle. And it is a corner for the Socceroos. I was going to say a Socceroos and then I went with Australia and then I came up with that mumbo jumbo. But that was probably one of the better attacking plays from Australia so far. If it wasn't for that little cutout by the Indian defender, I believe Connor Metcalf would have had a goal there. Assisted by St. Pauli, a teammate. Hopefully Craig Goodwin can put in a better ball this time. Graham Arnold's still not happy on the sideline. But not much to be happy about for an Australian standpoint at the moment. Hopefully Craig Goodwin puts in a good ball here and we can get on Harry Suter on the end of it maybe. Here we go, Craig Goodwin. Better cross this time, but it's cleared by India and it's absolutely walloped up the field towards Matt Ryan. Australia, yeah. It was Like if you listen to our podcast, you know that I get my words mixed up at least one every game that we analyze. I'll mess up at least one word. I don't know why my words are awful. He's Craig Goodwin. Tried to duck out of the way of that, and it's come to Beige. Beige puts in the ball. Martin Boyle with the scissor kick that goes well over the bar. Indian defender went down pretty badly after trying to head the ball over Craig Goodwin when Craig Goodwin just tried to get out of the way and landed very heavily on that shoulder. Hopefully he's alright, and it looks like he's not being taken off, so I'd imagine he's okay for now. Oh, look, Joshy, take the piss as much as you want, mate. I don't care. I don't care about anyone taking the piss out of me. I'm here for laughter. I'm here for fun. Look, anyone can get their fun with me. I'm completely okay with it. Matt Ryan looks like he's wearing a helmet or something. Like, because he's got the hat and the mask, it looks like he's got a helmet. It looks so funny. Gethin Jones has won a free kick for Australia. Just into Indian territory here. And India's not overly happy about it. Just taking quickly. Jackson Irvine with the ball. He has been fairly quiet so far in this game. Gethin Jones plays in Metcalf to Boyle. Looking to put in a cross here, Boyle. And it is out for another Australian corner. Arnold is currently working his brain to the maximum. Looks like he's about to explode. Look, Graham Arnold I reckon will be raging at halftime. I think he'll have a few choice words for the Socceroos at halftime. Halftime, as we will do here. Oh, Martin Boyle's taking this corner. Craig Goodwin's off the corner duty at the moment. Here's Boyle, puts in the ball. It's a better corner, but it's collected by the Indian goalkeeper, who just sent it straight back to Matt Ryan. Bit of foursome backs there. As I was saying, we will be playing a bit of Griddle at halftime. Haven't checked it today. I've actually stopped myself from checking it just in case I was going to do this live stream, and ended up doing it. So I've left Griddle alone, and hopefully I can do a bit better than last time. I believe it was a 7 last time I did a Griddle on my live stream. So not bad, but hopefully I can get a 9 or something today. Oh, Lord. Might need to go make a coffee or something at halftime. Martin Boyle down the wing. Puts in the ball. Duke takes a shot. And it's gone out for a corner. Yes, it has gone out for a corner. Deflected off the Indian player, and they've played it back in bounds, but the linesman has called it back for a corner. That shot was on target as well. That probably would have been a goal for Mitch Duke, but great defending again by India. That was harsh, but most of the time when my family and I go to soccer, we just crack jokes like that. Hey, it's a fun day out. You can have whatever fun you like, I believe. Martin Boyle with the corner. And once again, corners aren't beating the first man. Here's Mitch Duke. Back out to Boyle. Boyd puts in another cross and getting cleared by India there. Indian fans when GK hit the highway. Got a 6. Oh, here's Boyle attacking. For the Socceroos, that's got to be a foul. And dangerous set piece situation here for the Socceroos. If you could send a photo of the Indian guy taking a spec to the AFL. Oh, we have a bit of banter here, don't we? It's always fun. Dangerous set piece situation here for the Socceroos. It'll be interesting to see who steps over this one. You'd imagine Craig Goodwin take this one, maybe try and bend it towards that back post. Goodwin standing over it, and so is Martin Boyle. Of course, we've got Big Harry Sutar up there for the Socceroos. Referee blows the whistle. Goodwin puts in the ball. And it is another corner for the Socceroos. I think the Indian defender has just got there ahead of Kai Rolls, who looked for all money like he was going to put it on target. Oh no, Kai Rolls has just missed the header by the looks of it. And the Indian defender's got it on the end of it. It's another corner for the Socceroos. Craig Goodwin taking this one. Short to Boyle. Into Bacchus. Bacchus stands up the ball. Here's Metcalf. Oh. Another corner to Australia. Jesus. How many corners are we going to have? Let me have a look at the stats here, because that... What? We've had 7 corners already. And it's only the 38th minute. That's crazy. All right. Who's going to take this one for the Socceroos? Boyle or Goodwin? It was a good free kick. Goodwin's balls haven't been overly great so far, and that was definitely one of his better ones. Goodwin's taking the corner. Puts the ball in. Sutar. Bacchus. Ooh. Just over the bar by Keanu Bacchus. Former Western Sydney Wanderer fan. Obviously now playing over with St Mirren in Scotland. But we're getting closer, the Socceroos. We're getting closer. Still not where we need to be. We need to be in the lead. Hopefully we can get a goal going into towards half-time here. Sutar wins the header. India clear it for a throw-in. Need some subs at half-time. Look, we very well may need some subs at half-time. Like, up top, there's not a whole lot going on. I don't think taking off Duke's the answer just yet. But maybe someone like Sammy Silvera for Martin Boyle, or Riley McGree for Connor Metcalf. That could be a play there. Albert says, hey, Tim Cahill. Showing Tim Cahill on the screen there. Socceroos legend. Greatest ever Socceroos player. But wouldn't say greatest ever Australian player. I'd put Sam Kerr number 1 in that aspect. Can Tim put on a jersey? I don't think Tim would help, because we can't get that ball into the box as well as we need it at the moment. There he is, Tim Cahill, analysing the game. Wonder what he thinks. Maybe he's as frustrated as Graham Arnold at the moment. Off topic for a sec, is it just me, or is Brimmer finding it really hard to get back into the game? Jake Brimmer has had, like, it looked like he was starting to pick up a fair few minutes. But now that Eli Adams has maybe come in, it looks like it's Jake Brimmer's minutes are really starting to dry up at the moment. Maybe he's just a rotation player now. Like that, maybe that's all Jake Brimmer is nowadays. But I reckon he can still do a job at maybe like somewhere like Newcastle. Like if you wanted to get more minutes, here's Craig Goodman, puts in the ball. Metcalf, oh, it's another Australian corner, but that's our best chance by far. Goodman puts in the ball. Oh, Metcalf's header towards goal off the Indian defender. That was going in. There's been 3 chances that I reckon Australia should have scored, but India's defence has just been there, and it's just unreal at the moment. Scored a decent goal at City. You can see I'm still cut. Yeah. He did score a decent goal against Melbourne City. Here's Craig Goodwin. Put the ball in. 3-player head clash there. 2 Indians, and I want to say that's Kai Rolls. It is Kai Rolls. You'll take a dimmer to the Jets? Brimmer. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I reckon Brimmer at the Jets is a bit of a... I like that. Maybe Jets or someone like Gloria. I reckon Jake Brimmer could do a job at the Jets. Kai Rolls always seems to get like a head injury whilst on duty with Australia. I feel like every game I watch of Australia and the Socceroos and Kai Rolls, he's had to bandage up some part of his head because he's had a head injury. Is it just me, or does it always feel like Kai Rolls has a head injury? A couple of Australian fans in the crowd. Feeling like I'm feeling right now. Bit stressed. I think there's opportunities to change the game that we need. A couple of Indian fans wearing Messi shirts in the crowd. That's a bit interesting. Kind of like what Brandon O'Neill is doing for us. Underrated for us. Yeah, Brandon O'Neill is fairly underrated for the Jets, I reckon. As you said, he's not starting as much as maybe you'd think for a club captain, but hey, look, he's doing all right. Poor Indian guy was just standing there, got hit by 2 jumping players. Yeah, poor fella, and now he's got a bandaged head. Hey, at least it's a colour that matches the kit, I guess. It's another Australian corner. This time it's from the left-hand side. So I believe Martin Boyles would take this one. Surely they're aiming for Harry Sutar on this one. Just look at the height advantage he's got pretty much over everyone at the moment. The one big Indian defender that they have has been taken off with that head injury. But here comes the corner. From Martin Boyle. Good ball. Doesn't meet the first man again. These corners might get a 10-minute plus at a time. If it's anything like the World Cup, probably. Here's Metcalf in the box. Gethin Jones, it's a poor cross. It's a poor cross there by Gethin Jones. 5 minutes at a time. We have 5 minutes at a time to finish off this first half that's been mostly dominated by Australia, but the score sheet's not showing it. It's still only 0-0. Five minutes at a time. Don't forget, we'll be doing a griddle at half time. Hopefully, we can get a 9 today. I really, really feel like getting a 9. Harry Sutar wins the ball. Keanu Bacchus loses it to India. India have a chance here, and you're not beating Matt Ryan for 25 yards out with that kind of shot. Australia, can they create something in the last few minutes of this half? Here's Jackson Irvine. Good one. Puts in a ball, and it's another corner. It's another corner for Australia. Yeah, look, the corners so far have not been great, have they? Hopefully, we can get something from this corner. Graham Arnold, Skeven, he's going to be ripping into him at halftime, I reckon. Matt Ryan's lost the cap now. He's showing his hair now. India's got to play it down. Play it down at the moment, which you'd imagine is just going to add more injury time onto this first half. 10 corners. Yeah. How ridiculous is that? 10 corners in a half. I reckon, like, Australia very well could easily. They just need better corners at the moment. Goodwin's not putting him in right. Boyle's not putting him in right. That set piece from Goodwin's probably the best opportunity we've had. Here's Boyle with the corner. Bit of a better ball towards Sutar. Here's Metcalf. Dink back in. Here's Gethin Jones. Plays Duke. That's another corner for Australia. India's going to be super happy. India will be ecstatic going into halftime at 0-0. Yeah, absolutely, Josh. One of the biggest upsets you would have imagined Australia just walk this game, but India's not having it. Here's Boyle with the corner. Once again, it's a poor corner. Asic Base plays it back to Matt Ryan. Let me quickly get up the FIFA World Rankings, because here's Duke, plays it over to Goodwin. Goodwin on the edge of the box. Gets top of the box to Irvine. And it's deflected by another Indian defender. They've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men in the box. India are 102nd in the world, and Australia are 25th. Here's Goodwin. Shot. It's again blocked again by India. There's just so many of them in the box. And the shots just hit the Indian player. Let's have a look at this replay. It's hit him in the chest, I believe. And yeah, that's got to hurt. But was it another corner? Is that not a corner? How's that not a corner? Okay, I'll watch it, go to bed at like 11:40 after the griddle, and then the game will be very entertaining. That's always the way, isn't it? You stay up for the game, and like, it's not going to be very entertaining. You watch the first half, and you go, look, I'm just going to go to bed, and there's 5 goals in the second half. That's always how it is, isn't it? 5 minutes are up into added stoppage time at the moment. Sutar bombs it forward towards Duke, who has given it back to India with that. Australia want a free kick. Taking it quickly. Can they conjure up something in these last few seconds of the first half? Irvine plays Goodwin. Down the left-hand side, Goodwin plays the ball in, goes all the way over to Boyle. Boyle, can he make something here? Takes on the Indian defender, crosses. Where's his power on the crosses and when it's a corner? That's more power than he's put on his corners. Yeah, fair enough. You're going out tomorrow, so going to the Australian Open, so yeah. Big day at tennis, you'll need a fair bit of energy for that. Here's Irvine. Goodwin. Plays it. Oh, tries to get Irvine back, but well defended by India. It's a goal kick, and I reckon that's about it for the first half. Graham Arnold's, as we've said many times, not happy with this Australian performance in the first half. It's what we all expected as well. We expected India to sit back and try and defend their goals as much as they can, and they've done an awesome job at that. I reckon they've got about 5 or 6 blocks. They've just defended their goal with all their heart, and there we go. End of the first half. Australia 0. India 0. And that'll do us for the first half. Frustrating for the Socceroos, but look, it's going to have to be a second half masterclass by Graham Arnold and the Socceroos to get anything out of this game, because India have defended very, very well. Where was this crossing power during the corners? I know, right? Like, it just felt like it was never happening during the corners, but when they're just running down the wing, they've got 2 times the power. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's jump over to Griddle. I think that will work. Yes. There we go. All right. Gonna cover chat now. If you're all done your Griddle, drop your Griddle scores in the comments, in the live chat, and tell me who you've picked. Obviously, I'm going to cover the chat, so I can't see you giving me any answers. These are all going to be my answers. So, what do we got? We got Mariners, Perth Glory, 5+ goals. We got 20+ sub appearances, 5,000 days since the last game. That's a bit rough. And Gold Coast United, my former team that I used to support before they folded. So I reckon I'm going to run through Gold Coast United real quick because I know a fair few of their players. Gold Coast and the Mariners, I'm going to go Zach Anderson, the current COO of the Brisbane Roar. There we go. And then Gold Coast Perth Glory, you can't go without the main man, Shane Smelts. And Gold Coast, 5+ goals. Let's go Jason Kalina. There we go. Gold Coast, done and dusted. Let's go Mariners, 20+ sub appearances. I could try and go niche, but I'm just going to try and get the score today. Let's just go with Matt Simon. Oh, no, what have I done there? Matt Simon. There we go. 20+ substitute appearances and 5+ goals. I want to go with... we'll go with current Socceroo, Mitch Duke. 5+ goals and 5,000 days since last game. So you're talking, what, 6+ years? Wow, that's a long time ago. 5,000+ for the Mariners. Who played really early on for the Mariners? Oh, I saw something on Keep Up today about that. That's annoying me. Anyway, Perth Glory, 20+ sub appearances. Oh, you'd have to go with, oh, who is the main Perth man? I cannot think of it. Matt Mackay's Brisbane. Perth is, oh no, I'm blanking. I'm blanking on Perth at the moment. Let's just come back to Perth. 5,000 plus days since the last game played for Perth. Can I think of anyone off the top of my head? Josh Risdon would be close, but definitely not 10 years. Oh, it could be Josh Risdon. Josh Risdon would be pretty close, I reckon. Mariners 5,000. I've just thought of the Perth Glory, Andy Keogh. Jesus. Yes, exactly, Tony. Whew, that's close. That's close. Now, 5,000 days, that's so rough. 10, basically 10, maybe 12 years. Mariners. Oh, Lord. 12 years ago. I would have been 11. What? How am I supposed to know this? Oh, Lord. McBreen wouldn't have played 10 years ago. It would have been longer, surely. Oh, I literally saw someone. How long ago would have Liam Moretti played for the Mariners? Would that have maybe been 10 years ago? This is rough. Oh, I'm gonna go Liam Moretti. It could have been 10 years. I don't. He might have had two stints at the Mariners though. That's my thinking. 3,000. Right. What? 3,000 days. That's almost 10 years itself. Oh, no, 5,000's absolutely done me here. Andy Keogh, Perth Glory, 5,000, 5+ goals. Del Piero wasn't that long ago, was it? Del Piero surely wasn't. First marquee players, who do you think of? Shinji Ono, Del Piero. Look, I've absolutely, I can't think of any. Del Piero, no, I knew it wasn't going to be. And Perth Glory. Yeah, look, Josh Risdon was the first one that came to my head, and I'm just going to go with it. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. Let's see what you guys were talking about. Let's go from Joshy. Look, a 6. I'm not too happy about that. Who could I have got for? Oh, John Aloisi. Nigel Bogart. So many. So many. Andrew Redmayne. Tony Vidmar. Yeah. Look, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. Perth. Oh. Daniel McBreen played for Perth. Fair play. Rukavitsya. Topol Stanley. Sheeda. That's a player. Ross Aloisi. Millienack. Dwight York. Oh, yeah, Dwight York. Yeah, that's a shocking round for me. That is shocking. I'm happy I got the I'm happy I got all the Gold Coast ones though. Happy with that. Bruce G. Day. What a player. Carlo Armiento. Adam Taggart for 20 plus. True. True. Jake Brimmer would have worked for 20 plus. That was the only one I got. Got Muscat was less than 5,000 days. Yeah. Look, 5,000 is a long time. Storm Rue, Matt Simon, Thea Harris, Alu Quol. Look, that was a pretty hard one today. What they only rated it a fair? Yeah. Maybe fair if you got decent ball knowledge, but I do not. Um, let me just Google 5,000 days ago. 2010. You're talking you're talking 14 years. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. No worries, Joshy. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Um, enjoy the Australian Open tomorrow. Enjoy the tennis. And maybe you can catch up on the second half at a later date. But I am just quickly going to go grab a drink so everyone can enjoy my new background. just in time, but the looks of it, timed that pretty well. Looks like they're just about to walk out for the second half of this match day one game between Australia and India. Australia frustrated in the first half. Let's just have a look at some of the stats here. Australia versus India. Asian Cup. Alright, no Google stats. That's nowhere near as easy to access. Nowhere near as easy to access, but we'll go to trusty FOTMob. 14 shots from the Socceroos, 71% possession. 2 shots on target. That's not enough. 269 passes to India's 84. Now that's 12 corners to Australia. 6 fouls committed by India. 7 block shots from the Socceroos. So India have blocked 7 shots inside the box. That's just bonkers. Yeah. It's a dominating display by the Socceroos, but defensively India have just been unreal. Unbloody real. Alright. Everyone ready for the second half? Hopefully, for our sake, the Socceroos can get a job done. Get a job done in this one. Oh, Lord. Obviously, with these Socceroos games being played over in Qatar, not at always friendly times for us. So, you know, we do what we can. Obviously, I probably won't be streaming all of them, but the ones that start around this time, I will normally do. Alright, here we go. Second half underway. And Australia's won the ball back very quickly there. Very quickly. Indian had the kickoff and they lost it instantly. Here's Bayage. Puts the ball in. It's claimed by the Indian goalkeeper. Very easily claimed by the goalkeeper then, but how quickly did they win that ball back? Looks like Graham Arnold has not made any changes at half-time to the squad that was ultimately just very frustrated by India. What do you make of Gethin Jones's debut so far? Competitive debut for the Socceroos. It's been okay for me. It's been okay, but I think there's elements of his game that have been exploited by India. He doesn't look like he's the fastest cat off the block, but in possession he looks really good. Oh, here we go. Maybe we see Geordie Boss in this second half. I reckon that could be an element that Graham Arnold releases Geordie Boss and much more. I wouldn't say much more attacking option than Bayage, but I believe he provides a bit more. Being targeted, that's for sure. Yeah, for me, Gethin Jones has definitely been targeted by the Indian attack. Backers plays in Irvine here. Irvine takes the shot. And once again, off target by the Socceroos. Once again. No one was not even close, unfortunately. Oh, make sure you do your stretches. Keep that blood flow going. Get that minute's respect. Lucky. God damn it. Anyway, Australia won a free kick here. Rash challenge by the Indian, giving the Socceroos the ball back, and once again, possession's back in their favour. Here's Jackson Irvine. Looks like he's playing a bit higher in this second half. Definitely trying to get more in behind the Indian defence in the second half, but looks of it, Jackson Irvine. Lockie is finally here. That is true. About damn time, Lockie. His beige for the Socceroos plays into Duke. India look like they're still playing with that 5 at the back when the Socceroos have possession. But they've got speed on the wings here, India. Definitely got some speedy wingers. Yeah, and Bacchus is playing more of that quarterback role. Here's Goodwin, puts the ball in. Cleared by India again. And it's played all the way back to Suter. But here come the Socceroos again. Here's Boyle. Can he put a decent ball in here? Puts the cross in. Spilled by the keeper. And Jackson Irvine, come on. First goal to the Socceroos. Finally made the breakthrough. Jackson Irvine gets on the score sheet. Mistake by the Indian goalkeeper. Giving the Socceroos a lifeline. Yes, there we go. Finally, we've broken through that very, very strong Indian defence. And it's Jackson Irvine. Man, who's been on fire for Zampoli so far. Goal finally, exactly time. Albert says Sue. Suey. And Josh with the big come on. Come on, indeed. It's about damn time we've got that breakthrough goal. There you go. As the score says down there, Australia 1, India 0. That's exactly what we like to see. That's exactly what we like to see. And it was finally a good ball from that right-hand side of Martin Boyle. Finally starting to put those decent crosses into the box. We haven't had many of them. Obviously, this one spilled by the goalkeeper, and Jackson Irvine has the time to chest it down, put his laces through it. And even with 2 Indian defenders on the line, just squeezes it through them. And the Socceroos have that breakthrough. And you can see already, with the Socceroos getting that goal, India are pressing a lot more. They're not sitting back as deep in that 5 back. They're pressing, trying to get the ball back to maybe try and grab an equaliser. Socceroos have got a set piece in a dangerous situation here. Probably talking 15 yards out from the edge of the box. Craig Goodwin's over it. Imagine he'd be putting in an in-swinging delivery, maybe looking for someone like Harry Suter, maybe Kyrells. Here we go. Goodwin puts in the ball. Very deep. And it's a goal kick. Hit the side of the net. The goalkeeper actually got a hand to Irvine's shot. Probably took it away from the Indian defender, if anything. Australian throw in here. India lose possession of the ball, and you have to say it's well deserved by the Australians. Probably haven't created those clear cut opportunities as much as we would have hoped, but dominating display so far, and they deserve to be in front. India played back to the goalkeeper, who's getting rushed by Martin Boyle there. Goalkeeper has no choice but to clear it straight to Keanu Backus. As we said at the end of that first half, Matt Ryan has ditched the hat. It's now just the mask. But we be dabbing on them haters. Just kidding. I love Disney. Heard that somewhere. Albert is dabbing on the haters. And so far, the Socceroos dabbing on India with that 1-goal win in their sights. Now we can play that possession game, and we don't, like, obviously we'll want to score more for the goal difference, but we don't have to go out and attack. But he's back as Bayage to Boyle. Can he put in another good ball? Back to Bayage. Driven across. Here's Boyle? No, it was Bayage, and his shot is deflected over for another Australian corner. And he's frustrated, Bayage. He's frustrated. But here we go. Australian corner. Can Goodwin put in a good ball towards that absolute giant of a man of Harry Sutar? Goodwin, decent ball. Irvine. And the Indian goalkeeper has claimed that. India with that 10-0-0 formation. Yeah, absolutely deadly defense by India in this game. 18th corner. Is it up to 18 already? That's ridiculous. Socceroos are really dominating this, and I reckon we're up to about 9 shots blocked by India so far. But Socceroos have the lead, and that is the main thing at the moment. Whoa, almost spilt my water. Once again, for anyone wondering, here are the lineups for the two teams. Australia still haven't made any changes, so there's a fair bit going on. Here's Goodwin, puts a ball in. That's cleared by India. And here is the Indian lineup still. They haven't made any substitutions either. So these are the accurate squads so far in the game. I have just moved that accidentally, but there we go. There are the two teams. And once again, Australia. One thing I found interesting is Australia has 2 keepers on the bench. India only have 1. Not sure why Australia's done that, but maybe because they weren't 100% sure with Matt Ryan. But go back to full screen on my lovely mug. Here's Mitch Duke. Dispossessed by one of the Indian players. And Mitch Duke has won a throw-in, I believe, for Australia. And the Indian coaching staff is not very happy with it. Rightly so. That should be an Indian throw-in. Rightly so. They should be disappointed. Here's Suto. Switching it over to Irvine. Here's Bade. Plays in Goodwin. That's a good ball. But well defended by India. But unfortunately, they've cleared it straight to Goodwin. He's played in Irvine. Play back to Goodwin. Down on the left-hand side. His back is in the middle of the park. Oh. Here's Mitch Duke. Can he find something here, Mitch Duke? Tries to stand across up, and it's another Australian corner. We're going to hit 20 before we know it at this rate. Going to hit 20 before we even know it. As Albert's saying, 19th corner of the game. Before we know it, we'll be at this rate. We have a chance for 30 plus corners, which is ridiculous. Here's Goodwin with the corner. Puts the ball in, and it looks like it will be a Indian goal kick. The Indian goalkeeper is down. Looks like something to do with his jaw. Let's have a look at this. The corner come in. It should be a corner, that's for sure. It's come off Sutar's shoulder and hit the Indian player. And the Indian goalkeeper looks like he's whacked the bottom of his head against one of his own players. He's down. There could be a fairly serious jaw injury 15 minutes into this second half. Hopefully for India's sake and his sake that he's okay and they do not need to make a substitution here. But once again, that goal for Australia, a moment to forget for the Indian goalkeeper who has dropped the ball straight into Jackson Irvine, who has clinically put that ball away. Yes, two Indian. So it was two Indian players that clashed. It's cool. Unfortunate, but at least there's no foul play involved, I guess. His back is in the middle of the park for the Socceroos. Played all the way back here to Matt Ryan. Batman Ryan. Sorry, I shouldn't. That was awful. And Sutar absolutely hoofs it down the line for Mitch Duke, who has given it to an Indian defender. Still has it. And got a free kick for India. Did a player faint? I don't believe he fainted. He went down holding his jaw very... I thought he went down holding his jaw. He could have very easily like knocked himself and dazed himself a bit, but I don't think he fainted, no. Don't you mean Bat Ryan? I like Batman Ryan. Batman Ryan, that's awful. Looks like Sammy Silvera and Riley McGree are going to come on. Maybe those substitutions I spoke about in the first half are coming to fruition. Maybe Martin Boyle and Connor Metcalf with 2 players replaced. Imagine that's who McGree and Silvera will replace. Sammy Silverado. Obviously been on fire recently for Middlesbrough in the Championship. Not having the best of seasons in Middlesbrough, but having a really good Carabao Cup run. It is Martin Boyle that is coming off. And who is the other player? And imagine it's Connor Metcalf. It is Connor Metcalf. There we go. Maybe I should be in charge of the Socceroos. No, I do not want that job. That sounds way too stressful. But Connor Metcalf and Martin Boyle making way from Riley McGree and Sam Silvera. Riley McGree obviously still coming back from that. I believe it was an ankle injury that kept him out. Has kept him out for most of the season so far in England. And Sam Silvera has been on fire recently for Middlesbrough. Here's Craig Goodwin. Here's Silvera on the ball now. Puts in the cross, but it is once again cleared by an Indian player. Love you, Riley McGridley, says Josh. Not Riley McGriddle. Yeah, say Riley McGriddle. Hey, possibly. Here is Craig Goodwin down the left. Early ball in. Oh, just behind Mitch Duke. Just behind. Yeah, 20 minutes into the second half. Australia, obviously, with that very crucial goal, probably about 10 minutes ago, that they got on the score sheet. But can they find a couple of extra goals, help their goal differential for the group? They've won the ball back here. Riley McGree just couldn't get that connection with Mitch Duke on that one. Graham Arnold still fuming. You can see him, he's absolutely fuming still. Matt Ryan's come out here. India's in our final third, but they've just had to dribble halfway back because it's well defended by Gethin Jones, who's had a decent enough Socceroos starting debut, in my opinion. Not great, but indeed, right foot creep. Ooh, walking with that here. Socceroos with 72% of the possession in this one. And FOTMob, our best player has been Keanu Bacchus, which I can very much get behind. Here's Jackson Irvine, the goal scorer. Goodwin puts in a ball towards Mitch Duke, and it's just that little bit too low, and it's cleared by the Indian defender. Suter. Baich. Goodwin. Irvine. Back to Goodwin. Back to Irvine, who's now taken up that left wing position. And Bacchus, too much on that one for Baich, and it's out for a goal kick. India still to make a substitution in this game, and looks like they're about to ready one up here. Once again, if you are new around here, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Really does help me out, and I really would appreciate it. And if you think Australia, let me know in the live chat right now, how far do you think Australia will go in this competition? For me, it has to be top 4 minimum. They have to make at least semi-finals. I'd understand we didn't make final because to make the final, I believe we'd have to beat Japan, and that's going to be a hard task. India's played in behind here, but it's definitely offside. Well offside. Albert thinks the semi-finals. Look, that's a very realistic target, and I think that's someone that we really should be at least aiming for. I reckon we have a chance of winning the whole thing, but semi-finals is definitely a realistic target. Socceroos now. We've had the lead for about, would you say, about 20 minutes now, and oh, here we go. Oh, Keanu Backus has almost put a back pass into the goals of the Socceroos because he's being pressured by the Indian players. Wow, I believe a third place does exist in the Asian Cup tournaments. I believe there is a third place playoff. Here's Craig Goodwin down the left. Bayic. Now to McGree, who's just placed the ball behind a good one out for a throw in. That was very, very close to an own goal. Graham Arnold was not happy. Albert reckons we'll get third. Look, I'd be happy with a medal. Obviously, I want gold, but I'd settle for any medal. As long as if we get third and the team that beats us to go on to the final wins the final. You only want to be beaten by the best. And that's how we were beaten in the last World Cup, beaten by Argentina, beaten by the best team in that tournament. Actually been watching that Captain's documentary on Netflix, which has been really good to see. Fortunately, there wasn't a whole lot on Australia because, as expected, they were very focused on Messi and Argentina. But it's good to see a little bit of coverage on Australia, especially since, there was no one even thought that we'd make it out of the group. Except for us. Of course, we backed ourselves. Here's Backus. McGree chasing down the Indian defender here and wins the ball back, but has to clear it back to Sammy Silvera, who's pretty deep, in order to keep possession here. Australia won a free kick thanks to Craig Goodwin. And Manveer has bundled him over. It looks like we're going to make another couple of substitutions. Here comes Bruno Fornaroli and Geordie Boss. You'd imagine it's Duke and Goodwin, so Boss is going to be playing as a left wing in this system. Bruno, indeed, Josh. Man, still top of the A-League goal scoring after playing 2 less games than everyone else. Geordie Boss playing a left wing position. I wonder if this means that we'll pretty much go to a 3 at the back, and then we'll have Boss and Jones as wing backs. Here's McGree. Geordie Boss straight away. I think that's his first touch of the game. Geordie Boss has put one in the back of the net. Australia are up 2-0. Here we go. Riley McGree's made that goal, run down the byline and just passed it across straight to Geordie Boss. But there we go. Talk about an impact. Go, 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 says Albert. Lachlan loves the sight of Fornaroli in the green and gold. It's a beautiful sight. Here we go. Easy as you like from Geordie Boss. Riley McGree's just waltzed down that byline. Goalkeeper might have been able to do a bit better and turn his foot and clear that, but what a goal. Geordie Boss, I reckon that's one of his first touches. Graham Arnold masterclass with that substitution. Now with India 2-0 down, they might try and, fight for a goal, and that could leave some space in behind for Australia to, put on a big score here. We're coming up to 30 minutes being played in this half, so we've got about 15 minutes left. And look, a much better second half than the first half. Much, much better. India defended with their lives for this game, and you got to give them credit. They were unbelievable in that first half, but Socceroos have finally broken through. Now they've got two. Now the game's comfortable. They've got that little buffer, but 2-0 is also always the most dangerous scoreline in football. Because you get that little bit comfortable. But, realistically, they score one. They've got the momentum. Here comes Geordie Boss again in the box. And Irvine gives away a foul. Accidental bundle over of the Indian midfielder there. There we go. Whew. There's a bit of a de-stressor, that goal for me. Bit of a de-stressor. But that class of the Socceroos is starting to shine through now. And for me, and probably most of us in this chat right now, that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see the Socceroos doing well. We'll be top of Group B at the end of this game. Obviously, I think it is Syria and Uzbekistan. I know Uzbekistan is in our group, but I think the other team is Syria. They haven't played. I believe they play tomorrow. If I am going to be completely honest, I'm not 100% sure. It is Syria and Uzbekistan. They play at 4:30 in the morning, so they technically play today if you're in Qatar, but for most of us back home in Australia, 4:30 in the morning. Can't say I'll be up to watch that game. Probably watch the highlights on Paramount Plus, but can't say I'll be staying up to watch that game. Dominating possession, as we have seen this whole game so far, the Socceroos. Still dominating possession. As the possession stats change for the Socceroos, because last I saw we were on 72. Still on 72, hasn't updated as of yet. Fornaroli puts in a dubious challenge against the Indian defender there. Very easily could have been a foul, but the referees let it go. Now one of the Indian players have gone down with an injury. When's our next game, boss? Believe our next game, let me just double check. It is Thursday night. So when you're going to be at my house, Josh, wink, wink. Obviously, if you aren't aware, Josh in chat is one of the co-hosts to the Learning A-Leagues podcast. And he'll be up at my place next Thursday. We're going to go watch Brisbane Roar versus MacArthur. And then afterwards, we're definitely going to be watching Syria versus Australia. How good is that? India forced to make a change here. Tangri coming off. He's been lively in parts for India. But on comes Tapper for India. Bringing the number 7. You got number 7 coming off the bench. That could be a bit dangerous. Number 7's always the number you give to a player with high potential. So, or on the way home, yes, depending on the Brisbane game. India give the ball back to Geordie Boss there on the left wing. Here's Fornaroli. Plays in Riley McGree, and the goalkeeper just gets there. They look to counter quite quickly here, India. Here comes the fullback, but Gethin Jones is all over it. Clears it for Australia. Here's Riley McGree. Keeps it in on that sideline. Thought he was fouled, but nothing given. Fornaroli hasn't been too involved yet. But, yeah, it only takes one Fornaroli chance for him to be involved, and we know that from the A-League this season, don't we? Here's Geordie Boss on the left. Coming in towards the 18-yard box. Here's Sam Silvera. Winning a foul just on the edge of the box. This could be dangerous here. We don't have our normal 2 set piece takers on it. At the field at the moment with Craig Goodwin and Martin Boyle. Maybe Sam Silvera takes it. I think he scored a free kick this season for Middlesbrough, so maybe that's an option. Maybe Sam Silvera takes it. Or maybe we have maybe Fornaroli takes it. He'd be pretty confident at the moment. It looks like Fornaroli's standing over it. Wouldn't this be a goal? Wouldn't this be a story? Bruno Fornaroli, 36 years of age, scoring, I believe, at his first ever Asian Cup. First major tournament for Australia, I believe. Yeah, definitely going to be Bruno that takes this. Takes it. Saved by the Indian goalkeeper. It's a good strike, but definitely in an area that the Indian goalkeeper should be saving it. Was a dangerous area indeed, Albert. But realistically, straight at where he was standing, maybe thought that the Indian goalkeeper might try and cover that other post. Keanu Bacchus comes off for a well-deserved rest, and here comes Aidan O'Neill to solidify that midfield role. A bit of fresh legs in there. Here we go, last 10 minutes of regular time. Obviously, we have added time, and you'd expect about 5 minutes, you'd imagine, of added time at the end of this half. Riley McGree on the right wing. keeps it in. Almost. It's very close to winning a foul for me. But realistically, it's ended up in the hands of the Indian goalkeeper. And India trying to find something that they can claw their way back into this game with. But they've just given the ball straight back to the Socceroos like they've done so much in this game. Here's Bajic. Left-hand side of the box. Irvine. Bajic again. Here's Bruno for Irvine. Irvine's got it back after a bit of a kerfuffle. Here's Geordie Boss. Aidan O'Neill. Here's Aziz Bajic. And Australia have won a throw-in. Basically on the corner flag. Bajic takes the throw-in, gets it straight back from Irvine. India win it, but they cleared it straight back to Australia. Here's Geordie Boss. Centered ball, and it just in front of Riley McGree. And Australia get the ball back, but it's gone all the way back to Matt Ryan. Or Bat Ryan. Obviously wearing that mask due to that fractured cheekbone that he sustained, I believe, a couple of months before the Asian Cup, training with AZ Alkmaar, his club side. Let me know if you think we'll ever see Matt Ryan back in the A-League, because that'd be a lovely sight to see Matt Ryan back at the A-League. Maybe back at the Central Coast, but back in the A-League in general would be awesome to see. Australia is still holding on to possession like they've done most of this game. India take a shot. It's deflected off Harry Suter, but realistically never going anywhere near the goals, and Matt Ryan's there to collect. 5 minutes to go. McGree passes it out to Jones and gets it back. Aidan O'Neill. Sammy Silvera. Australia just holding possession at the moment, making sure that India don't have a chance to get a sniff back into this game. Maybe we can get a third on the score sheet, bump up that goal differential to make sure we get that top spot out of the group. Here's Sammy Silvera. Plays into Riley McGree, who's bundled over in the box, but nothing given. And straight into the Indian goalkeeper's hands, who's been quite busy tonight. Well, there's a half shout there for a penalty, but I think he's gone down too easily for me. Here's Geordie Boss. Loses it, but Australia win it back again, like they have all night. Irvine and Fornaroli go to play a 1-2. But it's collected by Bajic instead of Fornaroli. Bajic plays it all the way back to Kai Rolls, who's been had a very, very quiet shift tonight, which is always good for a defender to have a quiet shift. Obviously had that chance earlier in the game, I think it was in the first half, that was blocked by the Indian defender, who they've been unreal. They were unreal in that first half. I think they had 7 blocked shots, Australia. So India has just been unreal in defense, and look, they deserve what they had at half time, but in the second half, Australia showed their class, haven't they? Showed why they're number 25 in the world. Here's Riley McGree. Driving at the Indian defence. Plays over Geordie Boss. Has a shot. Ooh. It's very close by Geordie Boss. Just goes wide, and Fornaroli was probably half a second too late to arrive onto the scene. But Geordie Boss has looked really good since coming on. So has Riley McGree. So close to going into that goal or even hitting the post. And if it hits the post, it's to Fornaroli, and you know what's happening there. India making their last substitutions of the game. Taking off Shetri and Shantang. They're bringing on Vikram and Noreem. I'm going with Noreem with that one. Maybe 2 attacking options just to try and get something out of this game. Maybe even a goal that could help them qualify as maybe the 3rd best team or the 2nd place team if they were fortunate enough to pick up a couple of results in this. But closing in on the 90 minutes being up here, imagine we'd have about 5 minutes of added time to play in this second half. There hasn't been many injury, but there have been those 2 goals. Australia look for all money to pick up the 3 points in this one. Graham Arnold's probably been a very happier man in the second half compared to the first. First half was very frustrating from an Australian fan and probably player standpoint as well. Here's Jackson Irvine, spreads it over to Gethin Jones. Plays in Sam Silvera, drives inside. Plays in Fornaroli, back to Sam Silvera, and it's deflected to the goalkeeper, who has been, as I said, very, very busy tonight. Maybe that's not deflected. There's a chance that goes in from Sammy Silvera, but here we go. 6 minutes at a time for Australia and India in this second match of the tournament for Qatar 2023. Australia 2-0 up thanks to goals from Jackson Irvine and Geordie Boss. Jackson Irvine scoring in the 50th minute and Geordie Boss scoring in the 73rd. It's been a very entertaining game. Thank you all for tuning in so far. It's been a good stream, good chat from the live viewers. It's been really good. And of course, if you are watching this post live stream, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Maybe if you made it this far, leave a comment. Leave a comment with the correct score at the end of the game. Harry Soot has been tripped up as India looking to get something out of this game and won a free kick. Very clearly a foul committed by Vikram, the Indian forward, I'm guessing he is. It looks like he's playing very attackingly. Now Australia just got to control this game out. Make sure they make no silly mistakes, and they will be... and they will be going home to base with the 3 points. Another foul committed by India here. Australia won't mind that at all. They will take up all the time that they can. At the moment, don't believe there's been any cards dished out in this game either, so don't think so. So that's always good to see. Good to see two well-disciplined teams. Kairos plays it over to Harry Suter. Obviously, no goal for the big man so far in this game. Even though we've had 20 plus corners, not many of them were quality, unfortunately, and Suter was unable to get on the end of most of them. Halfway through the stoppage time at the moment, Sam Silvera still pressing, still working hard, as we've seen Sam Silvera do, especially last season for the Central Coast Mariners, for all you A-League enjoyers out there. And I'm sure Middlesbrough fans are happy with him at the moment as well. Here we go, first yellow card of the game. It's to Vikram, the player that was one of the last players to come on in the game. Goes flying in on Aiden O'Neill. Studs up onto the boot. Definitely a foul. And referee, rightly so, pulls out the yellow card for that one. I see a fair few Australian faces in the crowd. It's not a bad turnout from the Australian fans that I've seen in the crowd. Considering it's halfway across the globe, it's not a bad turnout. Aiden O'Neill picks the ball up. Plays on 1-2 with Sammy Silvera. Here's Riley McGree down the right-hand side. Can he make something happen for the Socceroos in these last dying minutes? He's turned back around. He's gone down the wing. Tries to put the ball back to Sam Silvera, who's won it back. Here's Fornaroli. Irvine, 2 shots blocked. Here's Silvera, 3 shots blocked. 4 shots blocked. And Bahich absolutely blasts into Rhodes' head. Incredible defending there by India. Again, 4 shots blocked in the space of about 2 seconds, I reckon. 1 from Fornaroli, 1 from Irvine, 2 from Silvera. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely insane defending by India. And Bahich absolutely blasts it into Rhodes' head. Lawrence Thomas and Joe Gauchi having a giggle on the bench, and we've got a VAR check here. Not sure. Maybe a penalty for Australia? I didn't see anything in there. No, nothing in there. Referee play on. Oh, yeah, no. No way that is a, no way that's a penalty. Come off Fornaroli from point blank range and hit the Indian, I think, makeshift skipper in the arm, sorry. Rolling into added stoppage time here. Australia look like they're going to win this one 2-0 against India in their first Asian Cup match of 2023, which is actually being played in 2024. Can't be much longer in this game. Socceroos is still surging forward though. Still want another goal. India still defending like their lives depend on it. Throw in for India. And there we go. Full time in this Asian Cup fixture between Australia and India. If you have enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Do really appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in. I've had a really good time here. Had some really good chats with some people. And till next time,